Hello, welcome back to another boxing fight review. So this fight review is the Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia fight. So last night, Ryan Garcia went up against Luke Campbell for the WC interim lightweight title. So this fight was very interesting for various reasons. Of course, it's an interim world title fight, so the winner would be the mandatory for the WC World Lightweight title, which is held currently by Devin Haney. Anyone who follows boxing at the moment knows that at the moment the title is a bit all over the place. You've got like the WC interim, WC World Lightweight title, and the WC Franchise Champion, which is a new title, but it's just a bit of a mess really. So Lomachenko held that recently, and then Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko last year to capture the WC franchise title. So it's a bit unclear who the real champion is. People would say it would be Lopez, but people would say that, well, technically he isn't held like the official world title, which is held by Devin Haney. So, like I said, obviously this fight was for the WC interim title. Luke Campbell, going into the fight, was 33 years old, Ryan Garcia 22, so there's a 10-year age gap. People were saying that Garcia was the favourite because of his age and his popularity as well and his speed. Personally, I thought Luke Campbell had a better chance because of his experience and the fact that he's gone up against better people in his career up to date. So he's gone against likes of Jorge Linares, Lomachenko. So he's gone up against some like high quality, world class fighters. He did come up short in those fights, but he gave a good account of himself in both of those fights. He did get knocked down in both of those fights at various points by both fighters, but people did think that he did well in both of them. So I did think this would probably be like a sort of last chance saloon for Campbell because he's 33, like I said. I wasn't sure. Normally in fights like this, would you really get a world title shot after like a sort of third chance? Normally it doesn't really happen. So the fight started well for Campbell. He got knocked down in the second round. Great shot over the top, flush on Campbell. Sorry, on Garcia. Garcia had no defense, and he was hurt as well. You could tell it had a real effect on Garcia. To his credit, Campbell was very professional. He didn't go in for the kill. Sometimes, obviously, if you see a fighter hurt, normally you would go in for the kill and just obviously obliterate your opponent. But Campbell is smart as well. Obviously, Olympic gold medalist as well. So he's got a lot of experience under his belt. But it did backfire, obviously. Unfortunately, because he didn't really he sort of let Garcia recover, and then later on, I think it was in either the 4th or 5th round, at the end of it, Garcia hit Campbell flush and rocked Campbell right down to his boots. Like, Campbell was definitely hurt, and I think that was a turning point because after that Campbell did have some success. He was hitting Garcia with some good shots, but nothing to really hurt him as bad as the second round. So going into the 7th, it was very close on the scorecards. It was going either way really. I thought it was very clear that obviously it was very back and forth. I think Garcia won the first round, Campbell second, of course, the knockdown, and then I think maybe some rounds, say 3 to 5, you could score it quite openly because it was a good back and forth fight. Garcia had the shots that sounded better, but then Campbell landed the punches that were probably a bit more eye-catching, because sometimes the judges score in terms of the crowd affection, sometimes the judges score it in terms of the sounds of the punches. Everyone's different, they've got their own styles. So 7th round comes up and that Campbell looks okay. I don't know if the punch that he got hit by a few rounds ago was still affecting him. Garcia looked a lot more confident after landing that shot. And then after the round 7 starts, and then they was in quite close. Campbell landed a few good shots to the body, and then all of a sudden Garcia hits him with a perfect body shot, and it was perfect. It was even ripples throughout Campbell's body in the slow motion replay. Put Campbell down for the count. He was in clear agony. He was never going to get up, and with that, Garcia won by a 7th round knockout. Good win for Garcia. The fact that he got knocked down early in the 2nd round, got hurt as well when he come back, shows a good sign of a fighter. I wouldn't say Ryan Garcia is like this, the face of boxing going forward. I know, yeah, he's young and he's got a lot of followers on social media and stuff. I just don't think he's like the fitness article. He's only was it 22 as well, so it's not like he's like this old like experienced fighter. Like he can still learn, still pick up things during obviously his career. I do feel sorry for Luke Campbell. Gave it a good shot as well. I think if half of these fighters weren't in boxing, Luke Campbell would be a world champion. It's easy to say that when he is fallen short at the world title level 3 times now. But with that, obviously Ryan Garcia is the new WC interim champion. He's spoken to Devin Haney publicly in the ring and outside the ring before about fighting him. He also wants to fight Jonte Davis as well, who's the current WC lightweight regular holder champion. I think, I'm not sure if it's correct or not. Again, like I said at the start of the video, there's so many world titles at the minute. You've got interim, regular, super. It's kind of hard to keep up in that. But good fight for Garcia. Where does Campbell go from here? Maybe he could go up to like welterweight. I don't know. I mean, he's 33 now. He's maybe got a few years left in his career. You might be able to get a world title shot at like welterweight, but I don't know. It's quite hard because Josh Taylor, who currently holds the WC and IBF, so WA and IBF Ring Magazine like welterweight titles, is looking to fight Jose Ramirez, who is the WC and WO like welterweight champion. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting sort of that scenario. For Garcia, I mean, he's got a really good platform now. He could fight multiple different champions, good fighters in the weight class as well. Good performance from him as well, like I said. I do think he needs to improve in his defence because he got hit quite a lot in the fight. Obviously Campbell hit him with a good shot and he recovered, so it shows that he's got toughness about him, because before that we didn't really know if Garcia had that about him. Personally, I didn't, because when I was looking at his fight background, I had no clue really of like any of these fighters apart from Luke Campbell. So at least now he's actually got the good name under his belt, and he can sort of propel that further down the line. I could see him beating other world champions. I mean, it remains to be seen, because Devin Haney is a good fighter as well, as is obviously Lopez, Jonte Davis as well. So you've got some good fighters in there. I don't know if he's going to stick around lightweight forever. De La Hoya did say that he wants him to be like him and do multiple world weight classes, win multiple world titles. I don't know if he's going to do that. I mean, he's 22 and he's had obviously like over 20 fights now. De La Hoya at that point in his career probably had, I think he was super featherweight and lightweight champion probably by that point already. So obviously everyone's career path is different, but like, can Garcia replicate something like De La Hoya or another famous world champion? It remains to be seen. But yeah, so let me know what you think about the fight. I'm going to try and remove the comment block for some reason. I don't know why comments aren't allowed on the videos at the moment. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this fight review, and I'll speak to you soon.